Hey everybody, welcome back to Black Arrow Gaming. I'm Bob, and we're here for another episode of Age of Wonders 3. And I've got a little bit of feedback to go through before we get started with this one. I wanted to thank Impregnable for the first comment here. This is a little economic tip that I actually thought was pretty smart, and I didn't think of myself. Basically, advice was to produce Goblin Scouts in cities that are smaller or have less income, and let the cities that have more income do the produce merchandise. So produce merchandise increases cities' income by 50%. So basically, right now, I'm getting 78 gold out of this city base income, and this city is only 20 gold, and I think that is with produce merchandise. So if I actually do anything else in the city, it's going to be even less. So if you look up here at how much gold I'm making per turn, that's going to go up if I switch the production of the Goblin Scout from that city to this city. See, it goes from, let's take another quick look at that. So if I'm producing it in this city, I'm making 258 gold per turn, and with that city producing merchandise, it's just making 20. So if I take him out of this city and produce merchandise here, and then go up to this city and make a scout, it goes all the way up to 290. That's a difference of like 40 gold. That's a big deal. Well, it's actually, I guess it's 32 gold. Still a big deal, though. So, yeah, great advice. I actually checked my other cities. I can't really do it in any of the others because this city over here is already making some Goblin Swarm Darters. And then my city down here, the Orc City, can't actually make scouts in one turn yet. It doesn't have enough production. So that one I'm actually just going to keep building housing in. But that's a great point, so I appreciate that feedback. I'll try to keep that in mind in the future. Also from Impregnable, suggested sending the Goodwill Boots from the Druid to the Theocrat, since the Druid's not really leading an army now. And actually send the Druid that way to reinforce the Theocrat, which I think is a good idea, because the Druid's going that way anyway, because that's where the dragons are going to be made. But he is right. I could actually probably send the ring too, but I'm definitely going to send those Goodwill Boots to him, because he could actually make use of them. I think I will just let her keep the ring. I'm not going to micromanage things to that extent, because then I'm going to forget to give it back to her later on. Let's go ahead and put the bringer. Well, we may not want to do that yet, but as soon as those arrive, I'm going to switch those items out and basically save some money on this guy. This can go here. So yeah, good comments all around from Impregnable. From Giannis MPA, Gold Dragons may be useful in counteracting the Rogue Tier 7 spell later in the game due to Golden Dragon inspiration, which is something I had completely forgotten that they have. Now, I'm not going to make Golden Dragons right now, because I still think Fire Dragons are the better offensive choice for dealing with the Rogue, hopefully before the T7 spell becomes a problem. But if I need a fallback plan, you can actually see the Golden Dragon does indeed have Golden Dragon inspiration. 250 bonus morale and +1 resistance for the army. That's really, really good. And something I had completely forgotten was even an ability in the game, which kind of explains why Gold Dragons are the most expensive dragon. I think they're, on paper, probably the best one. That doesn't mean they're the best in every situation, which is why I'm building Fire Dragons right now, but they are extremely powerful. So I'm going to be making them as soon as I get probably a stack of Fire Dragons out. Maybe a little more. We'll see. The Fire Dragon situation is still a little touch and go because of economic considerations, but yeah. From Tarsak, Quick Dash can be used to allow strong and valuable units like the Fire Giant to attack, heal, and go on defense all in one turn. That's just a little combat tip from the fights that I was having with the Rogue up here. In fact, I'm going to get to basically show you guys what he is talking about right now, actually. All these units are staying up here with the Rogue because I think he kind of needs the backup. The idea here in this battle is I do want to get the Human Cavalry. So I think that I'm going to send whoever is a faster unit, we'll just attack with. Actually, better idea. These guys got to cut through here anyway, so we'll attack with this stack. And we'll get a very likely victory and go to manual combat here. Then I'll show you what he's talking about. Well, hopefully I'll be able to show you what he's talking about. It kind of depends on how the battle develops. Alright, so the cavalry are in the back. I don't necessarily want to just murder everything, so let me see if I can soften these guys up a little bit. Okay, so basically the idea is this. Be aggressive with the giant, run in, club the heck out of something, and then what I could do is quick dash the giant again and put him back on defense so that all this crap that's going to probably rush him doesn't kill him. Now, in this particular case, I don't really need to do that because even if everything on the battlefield attacked that giant right now, he'd be fine. So I might actually wait to use quick dash afterwards on the next turn, assuming everything does attack him, because then I could, you know, then I could heal him from the damage that he takes. But still a great point. I'm going to move down this way for now. I don't really want those halberdiers stabbing the horsemen, but they can come stab that big beetle if they would like to. Actually, that was kind of a mistake because they have overwhelm, but I don't think the horses are... Yeah, he'll be fine. He'll be okay. But I can't remember the top priority here, or I can't forget the top priority here, which is definitely to make sure that I can get, or at least have an attempt to charm something. One of those horses. So we'll just end the turn like that and see what they do. Looks like they do want to all go pick on the giant, which is fine. You can distract them for a bit. These guys probably need to do something about the human halberdier that's moving around. I think what I'm going to do is actually use the giant to absorb some hit points from that guy. In the meantime, hopefully doing something like this. We'll weaken him first. I'm gonna weaken him first. I need to get rid of everything else that's on these guys down here. Fortunately, pretty much everybody up here is cavalry, which makes this a little more complex. I need to, most importantly, get this guy off. So, let's see, that's a human longswordsman. I can at least go up here, come around, get a charge. Oh, a critical hit. Okay, that helps. And then I'll probably just charge the longswordsman with cavalry. I'm going to try to get rid of this human halberdier here. And I'm pretty sure the butcher should be able to handle it. So move you up here. Get rid of that guy. Knight can come down. And this is actually perfect because then the cavalry can get the kill. Alright, that leaves just this one guy who I'm just going to do this little trick with. And little problem, I can't quick dash him now because I need this guy to charm, but that's okay. I think the most important thing here is getting the most important thing here is getting that unit on my side. So, and nobody else is in danger of being hit by it, so I'm going to say this is good. Alright, yeah, one after the weaker one, which is kind of what I was expecting. Now here's the trick. I need to intentionally block my own line of sight and try to weaken him without killing him, which I think is going to be maybe difficult. The more times I can try to hit him, the better, but that has a chance of killing him. No, that shouldn't kill him, because after the first flank attack, he'll turn around. As long as I don't crit. Okay. That is about as good as it's going to get, so come on in and give it a try. Alright, I got him. One more horribly injured unit joins the army. And we'll just keep working on leveling those guys up. Really could use a healer for this group. Most definitely could use a healer for that group. But for the time being, they're going to have to work without one. Alright, where do I want to go next with these guys? Probably want to clear stuff out for my dragon friends here. And just focus on leveling, especially the rogue and the horses, and getting XP, leveling up to knights. I'm gonna put the goblins kind of together, I think. And these guys are more or less just gonna go south along the path. I know this slows them down a little bit picking up that guy, but I'm fine. I'll give him some extra time to rest. The giant could use it too, as well as a couple other units in that army. I really do need a healing potion for that leader, and I'm not really anywhere near being able to make one, especially with the fire dragons being top priority. But that being said, fire dragons are top priority, so I'm not going to slow down. I think my capital is just going to make merchandise for a while. Item has arrived. Okay, he got his boots and his sword. And I know I have cities that can do discuss joint offers. We can skip those for now. And let's see what quest you've got for me. And the Undead Scourge to get a Draconian Flyer. That is absolutely something I could do for you. Yeah, we could do that. Cool. I might actually even sell the flyer to get a little gold to help out more with hurrying dragons a little down the road. We'll see. I would really like to keep the flyer, to be honest, but because the rogues army, or really any army, could use it. In fact, I might help send him at the halflings, but we'll just have to sort of play it by ear and see how I do with gold income and stuff. This city here is going to just stick on merchandise, and that guy is going to build a fort over here. Alright, continue carefully exploring down this direction. And so far, not seeing anything. There's some mana ahead. I would really like to grab that if I can. These guys saw spiders, so they're going to head back. I think that other chariot or saber-tooth chariot is more or less just a scout at this point. I honestly should. I'm going to start sending the cheetah down that way, and I might pull the chariot back because they're just much better fighters. For now, I think this chariot will go this way, and just got to go around that. Maybe go back up that cave entrance and have a look around up there on that nasty blighted island. Okay, I can get a little bit more dirt here, a bit more there. Just kind of finish digging that area out, and then he'll probably go south. And this guy here, I don't know if I want to dig through that dirt wall all the way or not. I'm kind of on the fence about that. I like the idea of having a little defensive position here, and maybe even putting a tower watching that. But then again, I'm going to have a city way over here anyway, hopefully before too long. So yeah, I think digging this all out and turning it to wetlands is probably the way to go. I think that's what I'm going to do. I could dig up and around. I wish I knew if there's something more, like, straight west of me. Probably not, though, because I started kind of in... You know, there's probably nothing here. This is more or less going to be all my territory. Yeah, I'm good with just digging this all out, I think. We'll open it up. Because that can all be turned into wetlands. I would rather have that as wetlands and get the economic bonuses from it, or the happiness bonuses. Especially since I'm going to have a city over here anyway, so if anything came down, I'd have to worry about it going after that city regardless. So if anything, I need to get probably a fort or a city up here to keep an eye on the top. Got a spawner there, and I think he hit a dead end there. Yeah, he did. That is... I don't know whose that city is. Should he go north or south? I'm thinking south. I want to see whose city this is. Is that the rogue? I think that's the rogue. Yep. I'm gonna double check. That is that is the rogue, I think. That's not the Theocrat, right? Yep, that's the rogue. Okay. For sure that is the rogue. So, I know where at least one of their underground cities is, and it's pretty much right smack in the middle of the map, which means that their overworld might be right smack in the middle of the map. So at least I have kind of an idea where they probably are. I definitely can't go through there, obviously, so I'm gonna have to try to sneak this Marauder back, but at least I've confirmed what that city is. Where was this little guy going? Was he one that has, that I just made that had the... Where did he come from? Oh, no, he was the one that was hanging out with Mogwai. Okay, guess Mogwai's over here. By the way, I decided what I'm going to do with Mogwai. This battle is a little bit too much for Mogwai, I think, the probable victory here. There's a little too much that could go wrong with that much elemental damage being thrown at me. So I've decided to abort that attack, and we'll come back to it later. For now, I do want to get this healing buff, which I will get on the next turn. And then we'll probably send Mogwai after the Halfling with that buff active. That way some of the units have regrowth, so if I get involved in a big battle, I can take advantage of it. Alternatively, I could clear that library and try to get a free spell with it. We'll just have to kind of wait and see there. But regardless of what happens, this little guy is going to go with somebody. So I'll leave him here for now. And then this guy is going to dig everything in this area. More money. Not going to dig quite everything. I still do want to leave this area kind of closed off a bit for now. So I'm not going to put a city out there anytime in the immediate future. This settler is pretty much waiting for that fort to finish upgrading, which it will be done in a couple more turns. In the meantime, that builder's going down south, so I think everybody is good. Knows what they need to be doing. I'm going to go ahead, since I've got a little bit of extra mana. Let's find a city. Specifically, I think a city that could really use... I kind of need somebody to dig. You know what? Start working on this. Get more barons, make the dragons happier. Yeah, that's technically in the dragon's domain. Get that. Let's find a city that is kind of close to the next happiness threshold. Maybe this one. No, that one's actually just above its current happiness threshold. This one is at 510. So kind of close. Capital is at 506, but the capital's got a lot more land and it's producing merchandise. I think I'm going to terraform more tiles in my capital area, especially since I can actually use, where is it? Not flood fields, the bigger Drench the Land spell. The only problem with Drench the Land is that it takes channeling points, which I can probably spare right now, because I think at the moment I'm not really doing anything with my magic or with my casting points other than battle spells. And I think mana is actually in a bit more high demand, although I am making 162. We'll still do it just to Drench the Land for now, I think, because I don't really have other spells that I need to cast immediately. And then Domain Invasion over here, that has been taken care of, so I think we are good to go. But Drench the Land would be nice in my capital, because there's lots of big swaths of territory that have no wetlands in them, so I could get a nice big chunk all at once. Or cast it kind of between my capital and this city, and like that area there would be nice. Ah, he tracked down my Marauder. You jerk. Okay, just an Ice Queen. Wonder if I could run away. I'm gonna try. Maybe I could do something really cheesy with spells, too. Warp equipment, swap locations. Berserk would not help me at all. Not really. They've got 32 movement, so I don't think... Oh, and they've got Ice Nova. I don't think there's any getting away from this, so I'm just going to surrender. That's okay. That Marauder did what I needed him to do. He found purple, even if purple's underground, and which I think that's probably just an isolated city. I would assume most of the Frostling stuff is probably above ground, but I know they're out there. I should have probably taken a closer look at that hero they had in the area. I didn't really even think about that, but yeah, I know where they are, and probably to expect where they might come from. I would assume this road over here connects to a path. You can kind of see it goes off to the left there. That probably winds around to that city. So I could expect, and I did see the first Frostling unit I did see was coming up this direction. So if they follow that road, that would take them through the Giants. They wouldn't get through that very easily. Otherwise, it'd be going straight down through where Mogwai is, kind of into the heart of my territory, but I would probably see them coming. Dang, I could use a tower in this area, now that I'm thinking of it. Maybe right here. I guess I would have a little heads up because they might go after this city first, but I think I might, you know what, a tower right here would be perfect, I think. Yeah, if I can get a builder over there after I'm done digging all this stuff out, I think that's what I will do. Alright, Dwarf can continue digging for now. And I'm just going to pile up as much money as I conceivably can. And open this up. And I think that's about all the dirt. No, I missed a spot, but otherwise that's it up there. I did notice I got a little lost soul situation here. Mogwai's, or the armies near Mogwai will have to deal with that. My gosh, you'd think I wouldn't be so disoriented underground at this point, but I keep thinking Mogwai is north of the Dragon City, not south of it. Do remember the Dragon City is really close to my big one, Peston. So, yeah, but anyway. So Mogwai is down. Wait a second. Why am I so freaking lost under here? Mogwai is here. He's actually directly south of the Dragon City. The dwarf is digging. See, I thought the dwarf was south of Mogwai. My entire sense of like where everything is in this underground is so goofed up. But anyway, I can move on there and get regrowth for everybody. The next battle, I do have lost souls to deal with, but that shouldn't be a problem for this group here. We'll throw the Swarm Darter in for fun, and should be fine. I've got that Tiger and Mystic in here, so she ought to be able to pull a lot of weight. Alright. Light him up, please, and you can... Well, you're in an annoying spot, aren't you? You know what? Go here. Weaken him. There we go. Problem solved. Now, is it really necessary to go after the weakest unit? I mean, yes, probably technically, but it doesn't mean I have to be happy about it. Alright, you can't be affected by that. Maybe I should be able to, there we go, kill you with the Swarm Darter. And, oh, I can just finish him off now. Out of my way, please. Thank you. And now I can go here. And that's a very likely victory. I'll go ahead and manual this planet fall. That's when I would do auto, but don't need to in this situation. Can't redo it if it goes bad. Okay, so absorb pain on both of the humans. I think I'm just gonna have to beat him up anyway. wait, target cannot be... Oh, never mind. I thought I had web selected, not phase. I was very confused as to why I couldn't web a human priest. Speaking of webbing, I think that's a good place to start. I'm gonna be a little more aggressive on this one. We're gonna weaken, and then web. Okay. Mogwai can get up in the face of the other priest. And at the very least, get rid of an action point. That pretty much leaves that martyr there to deal with, well, these guys. Be a little careful with the big beetle. He's a bit beat up. And he does still have 60 health, so he'd probably be okay, but I'm going to err on the side of caution with him. So I don't think he needs to take any risks at the moment. Okay, there goes that guy. That's what you get for picking a fight with Mogwai. Turn him around, and then I can use the big beetle to get a double hit on this guy. That should kill him, which opens the path for Mogwai. While these guys, get this guy, spider eats him, and then Mogwai finishes this one off. Okay, healing, and now they have regrowth, so they're ready to rock and roll. I'm gonna have him dig that out just to make a little shortcut for everybody. And then I can gather everyone together, and we can go have a little party. The units that have regrowth will have it in the next battle. They don't have to stay with Mogwai, so I think now's a good opportunity to mix in some of the units that I want in his army as I go to attack the halflings. I definitely want that Warbreed in there, and I think I want the Blight Doctor to stick around because I like how he synergizes with the Spider Queen. So I'm probably going to actually just drop, I think I'm just going to drop one of the Butchers and put him with the other army because they could use a polearm unit anyway. So let's do that. Move these guys here, send the Warbreed here, send one Butcher here, and Mogwai's there, and that'll work. And the Warbreed has regrowth anyway, so we can, for free, take a peek up here, and then pop back down. And on the next turn, the halfling is going to start losing cities, and it's going to be glorious. More items arrived. She's finally got her bow back, as well as a quiver, so that's great news. And she can head back down this way. By the time she gets there, I think the item will get there. I'll probably end up giving it right back to her. But that's okay. You keep digging that up. Oh, a tribute. Another one. What do I want here? Probably units. I would say a small army. Last time I got chariots out of the deal. This time I got... I like the other one better, but this still isn't bad. I do need to get them away from spawning stuff, though. They're almost powerful enough if I combine them with the other one. Oh, wait, there's... Yeah, I need them to get away from that. Crap. This army might just die as fast as I got it, but we'll see. Maybe they go hide and wait for the Theocrat to to show up. I've got... Oh, no. Just one simple misclick. Just one simple misclick and I go to war. Like, there's no undoing that. I want to reload so bad right now, guys. You have no idea. Because that was honestly just plain me accidentally clicking the wrong thing, flying through menus too fast. Why is there not a "Are you sure you want to declare war on your ally" option? Oh my gosh. Well, the Theocrat's coming this way anyway. That's one less city I've got to pay for, I guess. But thanks for the units. I'm out. I don't do reloads in these games under any circumstances. If I screw up, it's my own fault and I'll deal with it. But, yeah, that's not good because that impacts my income directly. And the Theocrat isn't really that close yet. They're still way down here. Frickin', oh my gosh. Okay. Roll with the punches. Always roll with the punches. I always have, so... Just irritates the heck out of me when something like that happens. Alright, well, let's carry on. I do have a dungeon coming up here, and with that giant, might be able to handle it. That being said, the army's a bit beat up, so why don't I send someone in there to just take a quick look, probably a fast cavalry. And it's high elf mana cores that are going to be able to inflict stun. That's not something I want to trifle with, so I think I'll ignore them and go after all these Phantasm Warriors instead, and get some extra channeling, which will actually be nice considering that I have that Drench the Land spell queued. And then I can get the tower behind it. That's mostly just for the XP, and I guess the vision range. I can see what else is over here. Let's do that. Yeah. Very likely victory. We'll do manual because I don't want to mess around. Okay. I should have weakened him. I don't know why I didn't. Crap, I'm on tilt right now because I'm still upset about the Tigrans. Well, you know what? If that one wants to come down here, it'll be okay. Alright, the rest of you, come on over. Mogwai can try to charm one of them, so it's not entirely a loss. I actually really would like to have one of those guys in this army. Probably wait until the last one. We'll let the others charge the giant because his fire damage will be extra helpful. Okay, we need to get him out of there. The Swarm Darter's actually pretty good against these guys, so I can back up, just simply do that. As for the other one I want to weaken, probably the one in the back, but nah, I'm gonna do the safer choice and weaken this one. Protect the Swarm Darters. He can... I actually wouldn't mind if he ran in and hit the Blight Doctor, because the Blight Doctor's inflict noxious vulnerability should work on melee attacks too. Melee and range attacks, yeah, so I don't normally use melee attacks to do it, but there's a chance it'll work on him, so I'll take that. Now here's a chance to do what Tarsak was talking about, where I can basically beat the snot out of this guy. Actually, should have probably weakened him a bit first, but that's okay. And I'm gonna... Well, actually, I'm going to move my rogue first to make sure he's in position to charm when the time comes, but also out of range of all that stuff. And then quick dash the giant. That gives him his movement back. He's healthy again. And when that guy comes in, he's only going to hit once, so I will be okay. I'm actually going to back him up just a little bit to make sure the other one doesn't hit him, because I actually really do want the other one going after that Blight Doctor. Okay, that should be good. Alright, did he get... No, he's still only weakened. So, I need to turn him around and get a unit in the way. Okay. Well, these guys could turn him around just fine. So let's do that. And I need him to back up, but I can't do that. Oh, you can't inflict them with Noxious Vulnerability because they're, like, ethereal or whatever. Alright. Just gotta go for the charm then on him. Okay, cool. It worked. I got him. And I would really like to get the cavalry a kill here. This guy may not be able to actually get the kill, but he can do a little bit of damage, and I think this one could get a kill. Yep. Alright, I think he just hit silver rank, if I'm remembering correctly. Yep, silver. So he's getting pretty close to knighthood. And then I'm kind of stuck. These guys can't move any further, so we'll leave it there, I suppose, for that group on this turn. He got all his items on this turn, I think. Did I put those shoes on him? Yep. Alright, cool. Not prepare to be destroyed. Exit. Good gosh. That is just not good. Alright, I got Drench the Land ready, and I don't think Mogwai is going to need his magic for anything, so I would like to get as many tiles as I can. Probably focusing primarily on the city that... Alright, I can get the middle tile if I do it here, though. I'll do that now. The whole city just shifted downwards. You'd think that would cause some problems. That seems to flatten out the land, because obviously you wouldn't have marshes on the top of a hill surrounded by nothing else, but so it flattens the land and the whole city just like sank down. Okay, I got a settler done. We're changing this and we're going... Well, this city, I think, could afford to do more scouts, because merch isn't going to make any difference there. It's like 7 gold per turn. But do I want to pay for scouts? No. I actually do need the money for dragons. So we'll stick with merchandise for now. As to where he needs to go, I'm actually going to use him for overland exploration, so he's going to go back. And the other scout that I made here, which this city can now also go back to merchandise for the foreseeable future. This guy is going to go up that cave entrance and also explore the surface. Got a pretty good sense of what's going on in the underground, so he's gonna go straight west and probably south and start looking for overland rogue cities so I can begin preparing for that assault. Builder's Hall. No, I really need merchandise everywhere right now. Well, okay, that's not true. I shouldn't be doing that here. For small cities like this, I should be doing housing. Same thing with the one up north. I just default to merchandise too often, but housing is definitely more useful for cities that need to grow faster more than anything else. Eventually I'll have a unit clear stuff around that city up there. And then for you guys, we'll do merchandise. That city's at least making enough money that it's kind of more worth it for merchandise, I think. And you, guy, I have no idea where you're gonna go, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be that way. And then the capital city, obviously we'll go to merch. And we are just going to hoard money like there's no tomorrow. I'm gonna need to drop a little bit to get the casting points from this heart structure. I'm probably gonna go to the other side of it though, so it doesn't really interfere with the city's borders growing. I think maybe I think the fort right there would be good. I don't think I'm gonna make this a stone fort. I think just a small wooden fort would be fine for this purpose, because I'm not really planning on putting a city there. All right, let's move this guy. Oh, let's move him somewhat quickly, because he's got crap chasing him. I think he's just kind of stuck out here now, riding around, picking stuff up. 79 mana, that's always nice. I think my cap is 700 now, okay. Spring of Life up there, which is the first one of those I think I've noticed. Well, I guess there is one east of me in the overworld, I think, but the city's not close enough to make use of it. There is another city over here I can try to make friends with. How far away was that other Eldritch pit where those things were spawning from? I'm gonna move him back a bit. I kind of want to just get him out of here now, but we'll see if I can make peace with that city and then maybe shoot right through it really fast. Again, would rather... Oh, wait, what am I doing? There's monsters right there. I know that. Okay, this settler is the one that is going straight south, and that one is going... End destination is down here, so... I know I could just set a waypoint and he would follow it, but I am OCD and I want to check up with all the positions of my units, especially at this stage of the game where I can't really afford to make mistakes, even though obviously I do that anyway. Alright, that's backup for the Theocrat, I suppose. Not the Theocrat, the Dreadnought. 5 turns till first Fire Dragon is ready. Still don't think they're quite strong enough to go running out there and fighting all that. That's a lot of reanimators. That Big Beetle needs time to patch up. But as soon as he is done patching up, maybe on the next turn, I don't know, maybe on the next turn, I can start grouping everybody up and go that way. I'll throw the Kobold in. He's not going to really help much, but it better just have a unit around to do anything, really. Reduction, it's currently at minus 68. And I'm not going to hurry the dragon yet. No, I'm going to try to hurry the dragons that come after that first one. Okay, that city will have the stone fortress done in a turn, so I'll get the settler in position. Oh, that guy finished tunneling out everything that was over there, so he's got to move. Oh, crap. Okay. The spiders are chasing. I want you in the overworld. Just look around. This is probably an uninhabited island. Let's not do the same thing here, shall we? Exit. See, the annoying thing is that now declaring war on them lowered Tigran happiness with me. Well, maybe not by that much. Declared war on independence, minus 100. It lowered, well, at least it didn't drop below 400. But I'm losing out on the vassal income every turn until I can get that back. That kills me. Alright, since casting points aren't as big of a deal anymore, and I just got all those extra casting points, may as well do another Drench the Land. Let's get as many as I can in one go. I think this is a pretty good spot to do it in. It gets all but 3. I can use flood fields for the rest to fill in the little gaps. I'm going to keep what little bit of mana or casting points I do have left. And we'll just do flood fields to get the kind of in-betweens. Like all this up here. Or actually, you know what? No, another Drench the Land would be good. It's just a lot more mana efficient. And I do need mana. So I'll do another. I'll queue up another Drench the Land. And we'll just wait on that. Okay, on to the next turn. And we'll see. I'm just crossing my fingers and hoping that doesn't spawn anything that rushes me again, because I kind of don't want to get caught by an unsuspecting group. Last time it was Lost Souls, but I'm worried the next time it could be like Banshees or something. As the game goes on, I think the spawns become a bit more powerful. At least I know where the rogue is now. That makes me feel a little better, knowing generally where they are, and that I have a relatively straight shot to them. Ah, the spiders caught up. They went above ground, I think, to catch up with this guy, and they are hunter spiders, so he is quite dead. Yeah, he's dead. And the cheetah is also dead. Okay, I just lost everything that was out there. Oh, that wasn't the above ground one. Not a good couple turns here. At least I've still got this guy up here. He's just pure scout at this point, I think. He'll eventually meet up with my other scout, probably. I need to get over this mountain range. I want to see what's on the other side of this. More mountains, it seems. Thoroughbred Mounts researched, and that is an Empire upgrade, so taking effect immediately. Mounted units receive plus 15 hit points. That applies to all my horses, all my big beetles. That's really nice. War effort. That's another Empire upgrade. That, yes, absolutely. That's the next thing I want. Empire cities generate plus 10 gold. Absolutely. Alright, guys. I'm gonna move them in like this. See, now all my mounts should have... See, now they're up to 82 health. That's just great. I'm probably gonna need to quick dash that guy a bit. I need to use battles for the sake of kind of healing that guy. Also really want to upgrade that to a knight as soon as I can. So whoever's got the most movement, which is probably gonna be the orc because of wetlands walking. Let's do this. Alright, I want to start with healing on this one, I think. Actually, I want to start by killing the Prowler before it has a chance to kill anything else. Or, well, to attack anything. Prowlers are far more dangerous on offense than they are on defense. The Sun Guard can close that gap quite a bit. What I'm going to do is... probably weaken him. And you can soften him up a bit. You know, I think I'm just going to quick dash the giant in this situation. How far around can they go? Not too far. Okay, so I can get just close enough to get a nasty hit on him with these guys. Then the giant can probably kill him. I also need to think about who I want to try to charm here. Probably the saber-tooth chariot, I suppose. Make up for the one I lost elsewhere. He's going to hit back, but I should be able to kill him with the giant. And then quick dash the giant. He needed the health anyway. Alright, that guy will come in and try to guard on something. I'm just going to put this guy here so that regardless of what way he chooses to go, he's going to take several attacks of opportunity trying to get through there. And I'll pull the giant... Oh, I kind of left my leader's guard a bit open. So I'll pull the giant back here. and put him on defense. Alright, everybody, we good? I did not see that coming. I was not paying attention to that guy. How? Okay, you're not allowed to do that, and I will gladly kill you if that's what it takes, if there's no way I can charm you, which doesn't appear that there is. So, sorry, you're actually just going to have to die now. The goblin is on fire, but I think he'll be okay. Tigrants are hard to convert anyway, because of their spirit resistance. They're hard to charm. So, I don't feel terrible about this. I want XP on this guy. I really like them because they get tireless if you can get them to, well, now it's not showing me. Why is it? There it goes. They get tireless when they get to elite rank, which is really good for a unit that can tank. And they are pretty good at tanking, at least anything physical. Swarm Darter should probably just back off, get as far away from everything else as it can. Now I've got Sun Guards all up over the place, in the middle of a bunch of melee units. I'm pretty sure you're going to have to deal with that one, buddy. And other people can deal with that cheetah. If I can soften him up to where I can get a kill with this guy, that would be nice. I think he's going to, he'll probably just flank somebody, honestly. I should try to convert him when he comes in. I'll let him come running in, and then I'll try to weaken him with this guy, and then just see if I can get a lucky convert. But I think I'm gonna have to leave the knight there. He might actually kill himself attacking the knight. We'll see. I am gonna get my hero out of harm's way as well as that unit. That's about as good as it gets. I think he might actually flank the giant. Yeah, because it's a free hit. Okay. So, can weaken you. I might be able to use the Swarm Darters to get a knock. No, that's severely poisoned. That won't help. This Noxious Vulnerability is the one that I want. Okay, what's the odds of convert working? Got it. Okay. Picking up some, well, the rogues army is growing quickly, actually. So that's kind of nice, I suppose. Down there is more elementals, which I could actually slaughter those things because of all the poison. And it looks like below that there's, I think that's the top of one of those treasure site inn places. So there could be items in there that I want to check out. And if I go in here, if I get lucky, maybe I'll get a spider as an animal. So I'm not going to worry about slowing down for that Sun Guard, though. I think these guys need to just keep on going. Can anyone get in there? Nope. We'll have to wait until the next turn to attack that, I think. Can they get here, maybe? Okay, never mind. I can do it on this turn. Very likely victory again. Dang, I wish I could get one of these elementals, but as far as I know, the only way to do that is dominate. I could charm a boar, but that I'm not going to do simply because I don't think it's worth the upkeep. Okay, I need to target those guys with poison. I also really need to quick dash the Swarm Darter before it gets killed. So why don't you go here? And we'll just start right off with that. And how's your mana doing? You're pretty much out. Okay. So I just have to be careful with that Swarm Darter. Let's kind of just play cautious with him, back him up. I might try to throw rocks at him, but I'll just try to get in the way. The Blight Doctor, definitely I would like to weaken him. Give him even bigger weakness to Blight. So let's do that. And I think this guy is fine where he is at, right there. He's pretty much under no threat from having rocks thrown at him. He is not going to care. The boar can come charging in if it likes. I just need to keep them away from the cavalry in the back that's still pretty beat up, so maybe form something of a defensive shell around him with other cavalry. And the giant. And I think that's good. This is a dark battlefield. It's actually kind of hard to see. Yeah, stay away from the wounded guy. Oh, this poor thing is gonna get absolutely smoked. Wait. Oh, that's a full Earth Elemental. Uh-oh, I thought that was a lesser one. That's not the one I weakened. Crap. Okay, I can use some of his... It's a good thing this guy's still here. And I'm gonna definitely need to do something about this one now, but fortunately he is weakened, so I can... There we go, that's a little better. It's very confused. Alright, the other elemental's way over here. He might try to move here and then throw rocks at the Swarm Darters, which would kind of suck. I don't want him to do that, so I'm going to need to prevent that from happening. That boar I could probably kill by just charging it. This guy I'm going to charge, for sure. Yeah. I want to get in that other elemental's face with the knight, so you can kill that boar, no problem. You can charge and kill that boar, no problem. Did practically nothing to that thing, but that's okay. As long as I'm preventing it from moving, I am happy. Okay, I think that's everybody. The human cavalry, you know what, he's not going to be able to move, so I can move this cavalry up and maybe get a sneaky final hit with him. Let's not kill that guy. Thank you kindly. That'll do 9 to 14. Should kill, but you never know. Yeah, I'll fumble. Okay. Well, we'll give it to a different unit deserving of the kill. How about you? He just became a knight. That actually works out better. Alright, then moving south, there is going to be another treasure site. And where'd my knight go? There he is, sitting right there. Okay, so they're all good for now. That army is actually doing some work back here, and this is actually, I really wanted this. I wanted a group that could clear some treasure sites in the back and just kind of generally get gold and XP. Plus he can upgrade now again, so that's pretty cool. What do I want next? Poison Knowledge, probably. Yeah, I really like that one. That's an easy pick for me. Maybe I could give him some more melee strength. Nah, I'm not really using him as in that role. So we'll leave that the way it is for now and see what pops up when he levels up next time. Okay. Item has arrived. So those boots I need to switch out. Alright, guys. I suppose now is as good a time as any to go after that group. Try to get rid of this spawner once and for all. With the fire swords and guardian flames, I think I've got everything I need to do it. I do have to be cautious though, he is an elf, so depending on, those all do some variation of poison damage, so I can't rely on him too extensively, but I can at least use rot to make them a little easier to deal with. I am going to want to move him onto the treasure site. Probable victory, it says. I'm going to take my chances with it. In this case, I would rather do that before it spawns more stuff, and I don't know that it's taking Guardian Flames into account, which is going to be really nice for the big beetle. So let's do it. I need you to leave my land, please. Thank you. And already he is despaired. That is not good. You know what? This guy has kind of overplayed his hand a bit, I think, here. So let's make him pay for that. He's got low morale, but it's not the lowest it can be. I'm gonna have him just Guardian Flames there. I can almost guarantee that Lost Soul is gonna come flank that unit, but I think I can deal with that actually. So yes, let's do this. Ah, nice crit. There's a little stroke of good luck there. So that's one down already. And I think I'm going to go ahead and rot now. Try to get those three in the back. They should waste time healing each other. Okay. Heals all around. Which makes it very easy for me to kill this guy. Why don't I just build up a little charge for this? Ah, couldn't quite two-shot him. That's okay. Then I can hide these guys right behind that rock on that corpse. It's actually pretty perfect. He is disgusted though, so maybe I don't do that right now. Don't want to disgust the elf. Very sensitive nose. Okay. I guess I should have seen that coming. And I didn't account for the whole cadaver thing. But that's okay. I should be able to handle it. I just need to get on those guys while the rod is active. Hopefully they come a little closer on the next turn. For now, I'm going to be relying on the goblins a fair bit here. And their poison resistance. I'll start charging on this side, I think. Oh, would you knock it off? Okay, that is, I think, a once per battle ability, so I just want to make sure they can't keep doing that indefinitely. Yep. kind of absurd if they could. But that being said, I think I'm going to come pretty close to just killing them all this round anyway. Glad that Untouchable's here. He's actually being pretty useful just standing on that. Haven't used his gun yet, but this seems like a decent spot to use it in, because I think he can one-shot that thing. Okay. And I'm pretty sure you can't raise the dead anymore. Okay. Now, let's not kill something at the last minute. Really would like more XP for the Dreadnought, so I'm going to try to arrange for him to get that kill. Go. All right. Lady's Diadem of Grave Return. That actually would be a nice item for him to have had about 1 minute ago. But I'll take what I can get. And that does it for the undead in this area. So the dragons are safe now, more or less. Allowing the Dreadnought the freedom to explore and maybe clear a few other things. I'm going to dig all this out with the dwarf and then maybe just have the prospector hang out with him as his 6th guy for a little while until I can get somebody else there. The Theocrat still needs to continue north as fast as possible. They are being slowed down by this guy. That is okay. I guess Emain is coming to hang out with the Dreadnought, so she'll be there pretty soon. Join offers from a lot of cities, I'm sure. I'm actually, just for the sake of not screwing something up, I'm just going to right-click through all those, because I'm not going to pay for any of them right now. Rise of the Fire Rogue. Crap, I don't want to deal with an event right now. At the very least, this will probably be a problem for the people up top more, because it seems like these events don't affect the underground that much. It's still something I'm going to have to watch out for, though. The Dreadnought's army might actually need to... I think they might actually need to stay back and keep an eye on my core cities back here, because I don't really have anyone else to do that. Everyone else is needed somewhere. So, yeah, I think that's going to be his role. He's going to have to come back and hang out with Emain. Okay, the Orc City did grow. That's encouraging. I think I'm just going to keep doing housing here. In fact, I'm going to queue that up for a while so I don't have to keep snapping back to this. It says it'll grow in 4 turns, so I'll do 4 turns of housing and then we should be fine. Also, I think I will probably make more barons there. I do have a decent chunk of mana, so we'll see. I'm still working on Drench the Land too. Goblin Town can go back to merchandise. And Crudo Village, I know that. Pestin Goblin Metropolis is going to stay on merchandise for now, as is the capital. And this city needs at least 2 turns to get to the next level of housing, so I'll just do that. Yeah, this city makes enough gold that I think produce merchandise is worth it. Alright, and this settler is finally where he needs to be. Not settler, builder. So I'll spend that little bit of money to make a fort. Which to me is worthwhile if it means getting a heart structure in my territory. I'll take that. Alright, I guess this guy needs to come back down south and continue on with digging, because there's not really, I've already dug out pretty much everything over in that direction. And where's my other settler? He's getting close, right. Okay, so I actually have to decide specifically where the city is going to go. I think I was kind of leaning towards right here. Yeah, I like this spot because it'll still reach the magic library. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm good with this. It reaches the magic library, but it also leaves it more territory over here for wetlands. So this spot works. Plus, it's kind of on a choke point. All right. And then that settler can keep coming. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that goblin. He might hang out with the dreadnought and the druid, and keep an eye out for fire rogue stuff. It might be worthwhile for that dreadnought army, if he's gonna be the one defending my land from fire rogue stuff, to have the other fire protection. How close is he to leveling? He can probably level up with another battle. So maybe if I can use them to do one more fight on the next turn and then head back, he could get enough to give his army fire protection, which would be handy against the fire rogue. And this city is now... Okay, that's a stone wall, so we are good. Oh, crap. I didn't do drench the land. And now I don't have enough casting points to do it. I waited too long. It's not worth waiting for now, though. I'll just be one space short of... Well, no, I can do drench the land and get the center tile afterwards. So... here's what I'll do. I will found the city. And I will do drench the land afterwards. But I will get drench the land, if I remember correctly, hit an area that was kind of like if that was the center of it, it got all this. So it goes out 2 spaces in each direction. So it would go out to here and here. So I'll like get the peripherals. I'll do that now. Open spell book. Go to flood fields. And I'll get kind of like all these peripheral ones done and ready. And then once the drench to the land is ready, I'll get the center. Maybe I can, if I can maybe get really lucky, I can come up with some more casting points on the next turn. That's about as good as that's going to get for now. I'll hang on to the little bit of mana that I do have still. How close is this city to... That's at 328 now. I'm gonna use more up there. Let's open the spellbook again. We'll use we'll just flood fields at this point. Just flooding fields everywhere. I know that kind of burned through like all of my mana, but I want to keep my cities happy as they're producing merchandise. I'm trying to finish this turn because I think I'm a little over on time for this episode. I wanted to get to the end of the turn before I wrapped things up. But it seems like there's always somebody else who needs orders. There's a lot of dirt over there. Yeah, there's a lot in there. That'll be good. For now, the goblin can head back towards the goblin or dragon city-ish area. This scout was going back and up. And, oh yeah, Mogwai's army gets to invade. You know what? We are going to have to stop it here, because that's going to be a bit of a time-consuming endeavor. So, I think that episode ran a little over, because, again, I didn't pay attention to when I started. But, and I've also been sort of playing on tilt ever since I accidentally declared war on Tigrans. But, I have, like I said, I don't reload in these games. As dumb of the stuff as I do sometimes, I'm very stubborn about that. So we're going to deal with it, and the Theocrat will come crashing through there and just take it by force. At least that's less money that I'll have to spend in the future. And then we'll try to make amends afterwards. So, but thank you so much for watching, everybody. I do appreciate it. I apologize for my giant mishap in the middle of this episode, but sometimes you just don't click where you intended to click. But regardless, I hope you did enjoy it overall. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Special thanks to all my Patreon supporters, including Tier 3 supporters Blitz, Braden, Jimbro, Tarsak, and Tibian Army. Thanks so much, everybody.